Hello fellow Sudokans, welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. It's Wednesday the 20th of September 2023. If I tell you that Azerbaijan is attacking and once again fighting in Nagorno-Karabakh, you will have no doubt a sense of deja vu and say, what again? Hasn't this happened before? And of course, yes it has, a couple of times. The disputed territory is once again under fire. Nobody seems to be happy with it this time around. Armenia is complaining. Armenia is a neighbor, of course. And even the Russians, with a complete lack of understanding of irony, or maybe a full understanding of irony, have called for the fighting to stop and stop killing innocent civilians, which is quite hilarious when you consider what they've been doing in Ukraine. But the US Blinken has called for the fighting to stop, blah, blah, blah. So everybody seems to be against it. But of course, that doesn't mean that it will stop, and certainly not immediately. And yet more people will die in war. Let's hope it doesn't escalate to an even worse situation. Yet more to think about in that region of the world, which is sadly a dangerous place to live at the moment. Right, shall we get on with the game? Oh, this is the Blue 4 game. The what, you say? Well, I forgot to put in this 4 when I was filling in the digits. And rather than restart the whole thing, I've just added a 4 when I double checked to see what mistake I had made, because it told me you do not have a unique solution, which is a clue to say if you're filling these games in, manually like I do from Sudoku on Sudoku Exchange, then if it tells you don't have a unique solution, it most likely means you copied the digits incorrectly, which I had done. Hadn't put the wrong digit in, as I sometimes do. In this case, just missed a number, so I've just added it. So it looks like we have a 1 digit already found by me. It's not found by me. That is part of the puzzle, as you'll know if you're trying the game yourself. This is New York Times hard level Sudoku puzzle. Actually, that 4 is going to do me a big favor, because it's going to give me my first digit. I see the 4 blocking up here and the 4 blocking across here. So in fact, we are going to get a 4 there. So that's something. Thank you, 4, for your help. 4's block across like this. That's going to put 4 in that square too. Right, let's whiz our eyes around the board like something from a French art movie. And see if we spot anything useful. Oh, well, I have seen something. Wasn't quite from what I saw from scanning, but I did notice this, that we are missing 2, 5, and 9 here, and we have a 5 and a 9 in this column, and so we can place our 2 neatly in this square here, and we will remember, or rather, you remember, and try to remind me later that 5 and 9 are in those squares, because if you're a regular to this channel, I'm very likely to forget. Well, I think I'm just going to click on the digits and see if I spot anything like that, because it often helps, especially early on in the game. Sometimes later on in the game too. Just depends. Just sometimes it's good, sometimes it's less useful. I don't think we should ever throw away any things that help us. I know there are people who love to play the game without pencil marks. Kudos to you. but I don't believe in throwing away such an assistant, and I don't believe in not clicking on the digits to highlight them and help with your scanning. It's possible, it's there, we should do it. And I definitely don't believe in the lack in not using unique rectangles in what I consider to be a manufactured controversy. Well, I don't know if this is going to mean anything, but we do have 3, 9 and 2 blocking down here, and so we will have 3, 9 and 2 in those squares there, right? The 2's here, the 9's there, and the 3's in any of those squares. But anyway, 3, 9 and 2, so this has to not be 3, 9 or 2, and therefore will be 4, 8 in those squares. And yes, we've got the 4 blocking across there, so that will be the 4 and that will be the 8. Just to elaborate, we have 1 and 7 in those squares there as a pair, 1, 7 pair there. Let's have a look at these 4s. Does that bring to mind anything else? Well, we have 4's up here, and we have 7's in those squares, I can see. But I'm not sure I can find a third digit to complete those 3 just yet. Maybe later. Hang on to those in your mind for me. And how about this 8? Although we have a pair of 8's there, we have 6's in those squares like that. I was hoping the 6 and the 8 might line up, but they don't. So, okay, now, what was I going to do? I was going to go through the digits one by one, but I stopped after a couple of digits because I saw something else, and that's usually what I'll do. Things are not looking good. When I say they're not looking good, I'm talking about at the early stages here. I'm confident I will get to the end, but I try to go. I'm putting as many. Try to put in, if possible, quite a few digits before entering pencil marks, just to try to keep the volume of pencil marks down. But sometimes I can't do it, and so just end up putting in lots of pencil marks, which can get a bit complicated. But for me, it's still easier for me to do it like that than to try to find a solution without pencil marks, which I always have found difficult and continue to find difficult, despite the attempts at education from the people in the comments section. Sorry, it's just too tricky for me quite often to spot these things. My mind doesn't work in that way. Where should I be looking now? So we've got some stuff along here. Let's hold on a second. Let me just... no. Well, I think I'm going to add the pencil marks and see where it takes us. Alright, so I'm going to start with some ones here and some ones up there. Anything else that will be nice and useful at this stage? Not sure. Let's put the ones there anyway. What further info do we have on twos that will be really useful at this time? I don't know. Oh yeah, over here. Pair of twos. What have we learnt about the threes? 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 2, 4. No. Okay, thought I might have seen something else there for the moment, but nope. Forget that. Do I know anything else useful about the threes? I don't know. Fours then appear in those squares there. They are somewhere down there, and they are somewhere down there, and they are... take that back, not down here. Because that includes that square there, doesn't it? They are like this, I believe. Let me see. Have I got everything there? Yes. Fives then appear in these squares here, and they are going to appear somewhere up there. Okay, the sixes are definitely a pair down here, and they are also a pair, as I said before, up there. They can go in those squares there. Sevens appear like this. Is that it? I think that probably is. The eights then are down here, and as I said earlier, a pair up there. Do we know anything more about 8? Not really sure. And our 9, we have a couple of 9s there. And that's about it. Of course, I know that this is a pair of 9 and 5, and I know this is 1 and 7, but I'm not going to put those in just yet. I don't think that's going to help. So let's have a look and see, is there anything there? Yes, there is. Look, 1, 6 and 8, 3 numbers in 3 squares. Okay, thank you. So let's hope we can go on without a million more candidates then. So we have 1, 6 and 8. What else are we looking for? So this is going to be 5. It's also going to be 3. Let's add our 3s. That's going to give us 3s down there. And the other number is going to be 9, which will be a pair here. And do we know more? Not much. Yeah, look, the 1, 6 and 8. So those of you who play notation free will no doubt have spotted that anyway. But it still wouldn't have been enough for me to go much further, as I can see just yet. So I have a feeling I'm going to go across this middle section here. I could be looking at, I think it's got to be either the right hand chute or the left hand chute here. I don't know which way, but let's go across the middle here, because there's only one more number to place here, which is the 3s, and then I'll start on the middle block here. So we got 1s like this, which will say 1s can appear there. We have 2s blocking up here and across here, which means 2s go in the same position. Just wondering, 6s, no, not in the same position. Let's go through it then. 3s, do we know anything about 3s in the middle block? I don't know. 5s block across like this, so 5s are there. And 6s block like this, so we get 6s in those squares. 7s are in, 9s are in. What about the 8? 8 blocks like this, and so we get 8 in those squares. Now the whole middle section should be complete, and immediately I just put my glasses on and immediately I spot the 3-9 pair here. So we know that this, and this 3 will disappear. And any 9s there? No. No 9s. Just the 9s there. So what does it tell us now? Just see if there's anything I can spot here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 4, 6. Just before I go on, let's try, because it is useful, as I said, if possible. Look, there we go, pair of 3, 5 along here now. So that 3 is no longer true. This is going to be a 2, and this will not be a 2. And this 2 can be removed. Okay. And then the 3 and the 5 will also be removed from that square there. We'll have a pair of 1 and 6 here now. Slightly better. I think... Alright, let's click through, because you never know. I might find some more pairs or something like that as well. That might be possible, mightn't it? Yeah, look, we've got 2s down here like this. So in fact, that's a pair of 2 and 8 there now. So that might be useful, mightn't it? I'll work on this block in a moment. Let's see if there's any more 2s to be found. Threes, how are we doing? Hope you've got the time to hang out with me. I know it's taking quite a long time to play this game, but you know, I am playing it live. So, okay, we have 5 blocking across here. That means this is a pair of 2 and 8 now, so that means that 5 is going to be in those squares, and that's going to give us 5s up there. Any changes on 7? Don't know. How about the 8s? Anything new? Not sure. And the 9s, anything to add? Not sure. Okay. So, I said I would come down here and look at this. So, what else do we know? 1s can appear in those squares there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 done. 7 could still be in any of those squares there. And 8 is done and 9 is done. So, this block is done. So, let's go up here. 1 blocks across and up here like this. We get 1 in those squares. 3s block across here and up here, so there's our 3s. 5s block, 5 is done, 6 is done, 7 is done, 8 is done, and 9 is not done, but 9 blocks up here, and so we have 9s possible there. Let's have a look. I don't see anything to do there. So let's go across this row now. What do we know about the 2s? We have 2 blocking up here like this, so 2 still possible there. What do we know about the 3s? I'm gonna say not enough. What do we know about the 5s? Again, not enough. And the 9 blocks up here. And I don't think we can say anything more than that. So I'll put 9 in those squares there and come across here. What are we looking for? 2 blocking up here. And the 2 across there, so 2. This is not a pair of 1 and 5 because 5 is still possible there. 2 goes there. 9, that's what we're looking for now. 9, we have blocking 9s up here, and so 9 is still possible in those squares. Right, let's see if we can find anything. Well, I've discovered, I was looking at this shoots across the top, but I didn't see anything, but I did see something here. Look, we have 3, 5 and 9, 3 numbers in 3 squares here. So in fact we can do something else apart from, I didn't see anything there, but there may be, but I don't see it. But we've got 3, 5 and 9 here. Now remember, this block is done, this block is done. And so that means that this 3 and 5 cannot exist. And so we know that we're going to place an 8 there, which is going to give us a 1 there. This block is done, remember, 6 goes there. 8 is in that square there. 8 will be a pair down here, which means when the 8 blocks down here, this must be an 8. Let's get rid of all of those 8s, shall we? Because they might confuse the issue. We definitely have 3 numbers in 3 squares here now, 4, 6 and 7. So this 6 cannot be true. It must be a 1. And we'll get rid of those 1s there. And we'll also understand that we have a pair of 1s there. So we're left with 2, 3, 5. That looks proper and prim. And we also know that this is going to be a 4, 7 because we have 4, 7 there. Is there any help on 4 or 7 down here? I think not yet really, but we'll try to keep that in mind. So, anything else we have to do? Okay, I think we're looking all right. So we should finish off the candidates then. So we've got 2 blocks to go, this block and this block. I don't know if it matters where we go next. So let's just do it. What do we know about 2s? 2 blocks down here and across here like this. So we get 2s in those squares. 3, 4 is done. 5 is done. 6 is done. 7 blocks down here. So theoretically, 7 could go in any of those squares there. 8 is done, and 9 blocks across here. And 9 is a pointing pair down here, so 9 must be in those squares only. Why do I have a 6 here? I don't know why I have a 6 there. Is that something I just put in? But 6 cannot go there. I don't know why it's there. Maybe that was there from before. 6 across here and 6 is down here. Now give us a 6 in this square. I think maybe that candidate was there from earlier on and I didn't take it away. Right, but anyway, it's cleared now, so thank you for your information. If you were yelling at the screen, I got your message. We have 247. That looks okay, of course. 247. Right, so there's 1 block to go. Let's fill it in, get everything sorted out. We've got 3 across like this, so 3 is possible in those squares there. We have 4 blocking down here like this, so 4s could go there. We have 5 across here. Do we know any more about 5? Not sure. 5s can go there. 7s, do we have 7s yet? 7 blocks down here like this, and so we get 7s in those squares, and 8 is in, and 9 is like this. So this will give us the clue, the answer now, because 9 has to be in one of those 2 squares, which means that this cannot be 9. Let's remove that 9, and then we know that 9 is in this square, which will give us the rest of the answer. Let's get rid of all of those 9s up there, which will give us a 5 there. We know the 9 has to be in this square here now, and we will get rid of the 9s in this row to save any later confusion. This is the only spot for a 3 now in this column. There's no other room for a 3. So we'll put the 3 there, and we'll get rid of those 3s there and place a 3 here. And we will get rid of those candidate 3s like that. Got 5s here, so those 5s are no good, are they? Now we've got a pair of 1 and 2. We know this 2 is no longer true. This must be a 7. This then will be our 4. And this will be our 2, which gives us 2 here and 8 there, and 8 there and 7 there. And then 7 is going to appear in that square, and we can remove 7s in those squares if we click on the right part of the screen. This 7 means that 7 must be in that square there, and then this will be a 6. Yeah, thereby giving us a 4 there. We'll get rid of those 4s down there and place a 4 here. This is a 5. Here's our 9. Here's our 1. This is a 5. Here goes a 4. Let's get rid of candidate 4 to keep it neat and tidy. We have 1 and 7 here and 1 and 7 here, so I'm going to get rid of the 1 and the 7 there. And that's going to leave a 7 as the final. The only 7 there must be in that square there now, so this would be a 1. Here's our 7. And our 1 must be in this square here. Over there, there's our 2. We will get rid of candidate 2 there. And now we have 3, 5, so that means this must be a 9. And 9 is our missing digit up there. Here we go with a 3. There we go with a 9. Here we go with a 3. This would be a 5, of course. Let's get rid of those 5s. What do we have down here? We have 6, so there's our 2. This must be a 5. 3's there, 2's there. The last number across here is a 6. And what else do we need? We've got 9 in this row already. This must be a 3. 5, 9. We have 3, so this will be 5. Here's our 3. Yes, a long solve from me. But I enjoyed playing it that way anyway. You may not enjoy playing it that way. You may have your own way of solving it, and good luck to you. That's the beauty and variety of Sudoku. There is not only one way to do this. You can do it however you like. Okay, see you around. Bye-bye.